Most people think writing a great story is all about having a cool idea or a fancy plot twist. But here's a fact that might surprise you: 80% of books published each year are forgotten within 5 years. That means most stories don't stand out, even if they hit the shelves. Why? Because they follow the same tired formulas. Readers today crave something new, something different. Here's the good news: you can write original stories that grab attention and stick with people. The key is in breaking the mold, creating characters that feel real, and weaving a world that pulls readers in. If you think this sounds complicated, it's not. In fact, with the right strategies, you can write a story that stands out in just a few steps. In this video, we'll dive into how to craft characters with depth, build worlds that speak to your themes, and create twists that keep people on the edge of their seat. Plus, we'll explore why so many writers miss the mark and what you can do to avoid their mistakes. Ready to start writing stories that last? Let's get into it. Chapter 1: Breaking the Mold. Ditch cliches and write fearlessly. One of the biggest hurdles to writing a standout story is breaking free from cliches. You know the ones: the reluctant hero, or damsel in distress. The problem with these tropes is that they're predictable. Readers already know what's coming, and that can lead to a boring narrative. But how do you avoid the easy route and write something fresh? First, identify what's been overused in your genre. The key is to look at common storytelling patterns and flip them. A good example is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. It takes the dystopian genre and twists it by showing a complex, multifaceted heroine who isn't just surviving but also challenging the system. When you push against familiar territory, your story becomes memorable. Fearless writing means not worrying about whether people will like your story or not. Trust that originality will capture the attention of those who matter. In fact, the more unusual your idea, the more likely you'll find an audience eager to read something different. The book Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon reminds us, you don't need to be a genius, you just need to be yourself. There's power in writing without restrictions. If you're finding this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips on how to write stories that captivate your audience. Chapter 2: Crafting Unique Characters. Beyond the archetypes, your characters should feel real, not like they've just stepped out of a blueprint. Move beyond the typical hero, villain, and mentor. Sure, these are archetypes, but the best stories twist these characters until they're something new. Think of Breaking Bad's Walter White. He's not just a bad guy. He's a complex anti-hero, a man with layers of motivation. Readers want characters who make them think, who have contradictions and struggles that feel human. To make your characters memorable, give them flaws and quirks that aren't immediately obvious. A study from Psychology Today found that readers connect more deeply with characters who show vulnerability and imperfection. Write a character who's not entirely good or bad but one whose actions make readers question their own beliefs. Show how your character's flaws affect their choices and interactions with others. This creates a deeper emotional connection and makes your story feel unique. Chapter 3: The Magic of Unexpected Twists. Keep them guessing. Twists are a great way to keep your readers hooked, but there's an art to doing it right. A well-executed twist should feel inevitable in hindsight. This means planting subtle clues earlier in the story that don't give everything away. The Sixth Sense is a perfect example. Director M. Night Shyamalan laid the groundwork early with small details that, upon the reveal, changed how viewers saw the whole movie. The twist wasn't just about the shock, it was about transforming the entire narrative with a single piece of information. The best twists come from truly understanding your characters and their world. If the twist is in alignment with your character's motivations and the story's themes, it will feel like a natural evolution. Don't be afraid to take risks. A study in psychological science suggests that unexpected endings that tie everything together keep people talking about your story long after they've read it. It's all about weaving complexity into the narrative so the twist feels earned. If you're enjoying these insights, hit that subscribe button to stay updated on even more storytelling secrets. Chapter 4: Voice and Tone. Developing a narrative that's uniquely yours. Your voice as a writer is your fingerprint. It's how you shape the world around your characters, and it's one of the most important elements that set you apart from other storytellers. A strong, unique voice pulls readers into your world. Think of authors like J.K. Rowling or Mark Twain. Both have distinct voices, and that's part of what makes their stories unforgettable. Their writing style doesn't just tell you what's happening, but it creates a mood, an atmosphere that pulls you in. Tone, on the other hand, is about how you approach the material. Are you humorous, dark, sarcastic, or hopeful? A unique tone will shape the emotional experience of your reader. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger is often praised for its specific tone, a blend of frustration, humor, and confusion that's difficult to replicate. Experiment with different tones to see how they change the feel of your story. Over time, you'll find the combination that's authentically yours. Chapter 5: World Building with a Purpose. Creating settings that speak. Creating an unforgettable world isn't just about having cool landscapes or exotic locations. It's about making sure the world serves the story's themes and characters. Think about The Lord of the Rings. Middle-earth isn't just a place, it's a reflection of the moral choices the characters make. Every forest, every mountain, every battle represents something deeper than just a backdrop. To make your world stand out, focus on how the environment shapes the characters' actions. Does the setting reflect their inner turmoil? How do the rules of the world affect their behavior? You don't need an entire planet to create a compelling world. Even a small setting can feel vast if you show how it impacts your characters' daily lives and struggles. As Neil Gaiman said in The View from the Cheap Seats, stories are the people we become, the places we go, and the things we do. Your world should be as dynamic as your characters, enhancing and interacting with their journey. Chapter 6: Show, Don't Tell. Mastering the art of subtext. Great storytelling isn't about spelling everything out for the reader. Sometimes, what's not said is more powerful than what is. The Great Gatsby shows how subtext can elevate a story. F. Scott Fitzgerald doesn't need to directly tell us about Gatsby's obsession with Daisy. We see it in his actions, his mansion, and his parties. The more you show through actions, dialogue, and setting, the more your readers will invest in the story. Subtext doesn't just apply to emotions, either. It can work for themes, motivations, and even symbols. Every piece of dialogue or description can carry a deeper meaning. Instead of saying, "He was sad," show a character whose eyes are distant or whose shoulders are slumped. Use body language, setting, and word choice to communicate feelings. A New York Times article about storytelling revealed that stories with layers of subtext often have higher engagement and deeper emotional impact because readers can draw their own conclusions. Subtext invites them to be part of the storytelling process. If you've found this useful, don't forget to subscribe and keep up with more practical tips on becoming a master storyteller.